Hello, my Leos. Welcome to Scrappy Siren Tarot. I will be doing your weekend reading for December 23rd and 24th. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So this is a big weekend for many of you guys. I know we're coming up on the holidays if you celebrate Christmas. So yeah, happy holidays. We celebrate. All right, so we have 3 cards for your general message to start with. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so your first card out is the Hermit in reverse. I don't believe you've received that card yet, so we'll get a little deeper in the message that Spirit wants to convey with the other cards. So you have the King of Cups, and you have the Six of Wands in reverse. So with this message, it's pretty straightforward. I think what Spirit's trying to say with the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse, it's almost as if Spirit is telling you, this is a busy time of year for a lot of people, for you. Make sure you take the time to, to recharge. For a lot of us, we're going to be more of an introvert. Not all of us, but a lot of the Leo collective, I would imagine, has to take the time to just recharge their social battery, especially the more it's being used. You just have to charge it more. So when the Hermit in reverse comes out, it usually is indicating that you need to have some alone time, just to slow down and to gather yourself again. And then the Six of Wands in reverse tells me that you've maybe been out a lot, you've been to parties, which would make sense around this time. But Spirit is just warning you that, like, hey, it's good to go to these social events, good to go to these parties to celebrate, but make sure that you don't overdo it. Because with the Six of Wands, I don't know if you guys can see clearly in this card, but essentially this guy is parading after a victory that he's won. But there's a healthy time and place and duration for, these things. And then, there's a time to reset and get ready for the next day. So Spirit is just saying, make sure you take the time in between these events, in between work and socializing, and between whatever it is that you're doing this weekend. Make sure you take the time to reset and get ready for your next parade, so to speak. And then the King of Cups came out for a reason, because the King of Cups indicates that essentially you just have to recharge, to fill up your cup again, your energy reserves. So let's go ahead and clarify a bit. We're going to clarify with the Osho Zen Tarot, but first I want to grab these 2 cards that seem to be face up when I grab the general messages. So maybe Spirit wants to speak a little bit further or clarify a little bit deeper with these. So we have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Swords in reverse. So as a side note, Spirit wants to, it's kind of like, it goes along with the theme of mental endurance, I want to say, like mental fortitude. I don't know if you can see in the 9 of Swords in reverse, but when the 9 of Swords is in reverse, it means the ability to kind of get out of one's own head. And if you saw the previous reading, excuse me, the daily reading for today, actually, there was an indication that you were going to be able to get out of your own way, out of your own head this weekend. So it looks like Spirit wants to reassure you again that with the Nine of Swords in reverse, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to get out of your head about something that's been bothering you. And the Ten of Cups, I mean, kind of speaks for itself, that you will have something like very fortunate coming. Like we have the ladybug on the 10th cup, which usually symbolizes good luck. And let me know if you know a little bit more about ladybug symbolism in the comments below. I believe it has more meanings than good luck, but see if that resonates with you. Maybe look up the meaning of ladybugs. So yeah, let's clarify a little bit with the Osho Zen Tarot on the 3 general messages, and then we'll continue on to your challenge for the weekend. All right, Spirit, what does the Leo Collective need to hear about the clarification on each of these cards? Let's see. What do we need to hear? Spirit, please clarify the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. So on the Six of Wands in reverse, we have flowering in reverse. So what that is telling me is that, you know, Spirit's saying if you don't take the time to take care of yourself, like to cover the basics, like make sure you're eating enough, make sure you're sleeping enough, to the best of your ability, make sure you're exercising and doing whatever it is that calms your mind. If you're not doing that, Spirit is saying it stunts your growth. It stunts your ability to thrive, to flower, to flourish. So Spirit's just reiterating, like, if you don't know how to cultivate calmness in a time of chaos, break it down to the basics again. Go back to the basics, Am I getting sunshine? Am I getting sleep? Sometimes we think we need this like grand solution to feel better, but when in reality, sometimes we take care of others better than we take care of ourselves. And we just have to remember, treat yourself like you would a loved one. Make sure, they're cared for. So make sure you're cared for. So with the King of Cups, we also have a very watery card. We have harmony. So yeah, you'll be a lot more harmonious. You'll be a lot more social. You'll be a lot more easygoing, and you'll be able to follow your passions, your intuition a lot easier if you take care of yourself. If you, with these dolphins on the harmony card, it's giving me a sense of playfulness, a sense of like a playful spirit. So, you're only able to really have fun or enjoyment if you're feeling good. So just remember that. And then on the Hermit in reverse, we have slowing down in reverse. So yeah, another indication to slow down a bit. And that doesn't mean you have to cancel all your plans. With slowing down in reverse, it's saying, don't overdo it, but make sure that you are slowing down. It's like Spirit's reassuring you, like, just because you need to take some time for yourself doesn't mean that you'll have to cancel all of your plans. It just means you have to make sure it's part of your schedule. All right, so let's get your challenge for the weekend with the Garden Tarot, the Fantasy Garden Tarot. All right, Spirit, what is the Leo Collective's challenge for the weekend? Please. Let's get one card for the challenge. Okay. So you got this challenge before, but we have the moon. So your challenge this weekend is, let's see. Balance. So instead of a message of the challenge being like obscurity, like something being unclear, now that could resonate with you. The indication I'm getting from this card this time around is actually there is a path before you, and you know you're juggling a lot of things right now. You have a lot of commitments. You're being told to take better care of yourself. These are all good things, but Spirit is saying that your challenge is to recognize that you are on your way. You are on the right path. It's hard to zoom out and sometimes see the big picture, but you are actually paving your own path right now. It just may not feel like it, but when you look back on this time, you're going to realize, oh, I actually was doing a lot, or I actually was learning a lot, or I actually was rebuilding the life that I want. Because if you look at the moon card, especially in this tarot deck, you'll see two towers, and in between the two towers, there's a path. There's a path that has been paved out for you. And then on either side of this card, there's a black wolf and a white wolf, which indicate yin and yang, male and female, darkness and lightness. And Spirit is saying your path will become clear and continue to become clear and well-worn the more you practice going with the flow and being in balance. And that's not linear. That's not something that you're going to be, oh, I'm perpetually in balance and I've got everything all worked out. No, I'm totally zen. No, that's not realistic. Spirit is saying, through, when there's a lot of things going on in the external world, it can feel like you're navigating through like this thick, dense forest. But you'll be able to pick your path by just starting, by just using you'll know what is right for you by trying different things and adjusting as you go. So that's why this path is between light and dark, the white wolf, the black wolf, is because the only way to navigate between these two things, between these two towers, between the lightness, the darkness, is to go a little bit off in this way, readjust, go a little bit off in that way, readjust. It's not extremely accurate science. It's not like that. So you have the GPS, and the GPS is navigating the lightness and the darkness, and you're already doing it. So even though it may feel like you're just having another busy weekend, you're actually making big progress here, and I can see that. So let's get your ending. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's get your ally for the weekend, and then we'll get your ending oracle. All right. What is the Leo Collective's ally for the weekend, please? Please give us an indication of what will help us. Okay. So we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So there it is again. There's another message of, practicing gratitude. I know it can kind of seem like a Hallmark card sometimes when it's said all the time and you read it on every billboard and postcard and whatnot, but it does actually work. And with the Four of Cups card, That's all about dissatisfaction and what you currently have and wishing for what you don't have. And, you know, it is a frustrating thing to have externals kind of pull you this way and that. But refocus your vision. Keep your eye on that path. Keep your eye on... It's okay to look back on how far you've come sometimes. Just keep that in mind. Look backwards once in a while and see what it looks like. That's actually one of the best ways to prevent yourself from getting lost when you're hiking, is to look back once in a while. Because if you ever need to come back, or if you ever need to revisit something, things look different when you look back on it. That's the best way to get home, is to see what it looks like from the other direction and to see how far you've come, you know? It's great to focus on forward momentum, but sometimes you just have to count your blessings and realize you've come really far. So, all right, Leo, it's a very uplifting message today from Spirit. I'm happy to hear it. So we already have a flyer. I'm just going to go with that one. It was the only card that flipped upright when I started shuffling. And it's beautiful, and it's got the holiday colors. So we have the green and the red with ascendant entrance. So yeah, I was picking up on this new path opening up before you. It's almost like I don't know if you guys watch The Simpsons, but it almost feels like, when Homer kind of disappears into the bushes, but if that was reversed, like if he actually was happy to go through and not hide, but just kind of get pulled back into the bushes and go off on this new path. I see you being pulled into a good direction. So yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I don't know if you guys will get that reference, but it just popped into my head, the Homer Simpson getting pulled into the bushes. All right, so let's see. Card number 35, Ascendant. So keep a lookout for that number. Maybe you are 35 years old. All right, 86. Okay, Ascendant, entrance. In a natal chart, the Ascendant tells a story about how you walked into this life at your birth and how you walk into any new situation. It describes the door through which you see the world and the world sees you, your filter system, and hints at your awakening consciousness. The Ascendant, also known as the rising sign, describes the degree of the zodiac just coming up over the eastern horizon at the moment and place of your birth. Action. How do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. Really look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. Do what you can to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Open that aperture. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you send off. Do they match your intent? Do you say you're fine when you really need a hug? Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you're doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice what you project onto the world and take responsibility for how you are seen. The Ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you are asking about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. Challenge. The front door is only one part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart. but don't count on others' ability to do so too. Gift. Over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. So thank you, my Leos. Check out some other tarot readings if you feel inclined to regarding your rising sign, your ascendant. So see where, see what sign is in your chart for the ascendant. I'm a Leo sun, Gemini moon, and Aquarius rising. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if any of you guys share any of those signs. I actually intend to start branching out and doing tarot videos for other signs as well in the future. So if you're interested in that and if you're a cross watcher, let me know. I've received some of your comments in previous videos about wanting to expand to other astrology signs, and I do intend to do so, and I appreciate your support. So until next time, I will see you for your next daily reading. Have a great day.